Hello, everyone. Welcome, official welcome to the Soul Circle Oracle Collective Energy Reading. This is February 25th, 2024. So this is going to go until March 2nd, but actually, I'm going to extend it till like after that because I'm in training. I'm completing some more shamanic training. So we don't know yet the schedule. I may or may not be here next week. And Soul Circle already knows that, it's a potential, it's a maybe, might have to be postponed. But I will find time because there is still space in my schedule just at different intermittent times. I've booked off of readings for other people and things for the next week starting Tuesday when I'm in this session. But I will do some videos and some other helpful, hopefully, pieces of information. So you will actually get a feel for what my energy is like while in training. But don't worry, I'm not going to stress myself out with it. It's just more like for fun and because I'll be feeling connected to that aspect of myself, of the shamanic work. So I pre-pulled some cards for us for this week. This is the collective energy for this week. And what I wanted to start with was I felt like there would be, um, I don't want to go so strong as to say a breakthrough, but like a lifting of the spirits this week. Feels like there was a bunch of people feeling kind of into the like just needing to get things in order in their life or sort of like the mundane activities of life taking more center stage than maybe what you would like. But it feels like that is shifting this week. I also feel like a lot of movement. So you might have access to more physical energy this week. So if you do still have some of those tasks, mundane or otherwise, it's like a very early spring cleaning boost of energy is what it feels like. And I was able to have my windows open today, like let the breeze in. It was a really sunshiny day. So I do see that like I was seeing the crocus before we even started, that it's this type of like, we're not even into March, but I guess with the season shifting, this is the time that crocuses are coming out here in Scotland anyway. And crocuses, if you're not familiar with them, it just feels like a lot of spring and a lot of renewal energy. So I'm going to start with our goddess cards. We have Kali, endings and beginnings. And then we also have Pele, which is divine passion. And this Kali, endings and beginnings, really feels connected to me to boundaries with people who take your energy for granted, or perhaps are not able to reciprocate at this time in a way that feels supportive. It says the old must be released so that the new can enter. And so, I don't want to recommend anyone go on like a Kali spree on their friends list unless that's what, you're already feeling you want to do. But the guidance here would be to actually just take a moment and reflect on who is it that you're giving your energies to, and are those relationships supportive to my overall energy balance, right? Because you're going to have some people in your life, obviously, who maybe aren't able to give you fully what you're able to give to them, but yet there is some sort of like symbiotic connection that definitely feels important to you. And so sometimes we have to navigate how much we're pouring into those types of connections, even though we know we want to maintain them. How are we maybe, navigating through that? So that's maybe specific to a few people. And doesn't necessarily need to be romantic relationships. It's also, friendships, coworkers, I also feel. And then Pele, divine passion. It says, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? So yeah, it kind of feels like things like it's like I saw it like shifting into like a lower gear. And it's like, oh, things are feeling maybe like a bit more effort than they need to or than they usually do. Maybe just more effort than you'd like them to. But rest assured, everything is smooth sailing. We have in the flow. The card says everything is smooth sailing. But I also was seeing like boat travel. That's actually like a Santa sleigh, but I was seeing it actually as a boat. The miracles card is really interesting. It says expect the wondrous to emerge. But actually this feels more like a warning for the mind is to keep expectations on outcomes that you prefer. rather than keeping expectations on what you consider reality. I was thinking about this morning, actually, that a lot of people view their version of reality as what they identify as reality. But, we all know that there's so many different ways to interpret this whole life journey and just what's happening in all of our lives. I could view buying myself a coffee as something that is really like delightful, and someone else could view, or me in some other life could view buying coffee as like an annoying habit, or you could view it as a waste of money, right? So there's all these different ways you could interpret just the very neutral act of buying a coffee. And so expecting the wondrous is like expecting your version of ideal and reality, not necessarily veering into fantasy, right? But in that zone of what ideal your version of reality looks like, rather than also what other people feel is possible for you. And to trust that what you've already received in your mind and in your heart, more so, these like visions in your heart or these hopes in your heart, um, that's actually already in alignment with you at your best. So if you keep looking towards miracles, it's actually saying make those two belief systems match, that the best ideal outcome and reality is currently here, and also you're expecting more of that. So ascending the mountain says keep going forward. And again, this is the energy. It's almost like you're feeling like you're at the beginning, and yet there's like 3 layers of mountains just waiting for you, and they're all escalating into like, higher and higher difficulty. But that's not necessarily true, because where you're at right now, expanding from here might not actually feel as difficult as it used to. And so sometimes our mind doesn't catch up, right? And this is what I mean about our expectations and our reality. I would say most of the time people say not to set any expectations. I think if you're going to have a belief that something is or isn't going to work out, at least choose one that's more supportive to working out the way you'd like it to, because that's more helpful and isn't going to stress you out as much. We waste a lot of time entertaining all the ways in our mind that things could go wrong, or that our dreams would not be reached, or that things could fail or become a risk to us. I'm just asking that you balance it, or choose the perspective that's more comforting for you. You have otter spirit, which says you are never alone. I do see multiple partnerships happening this week, but I actually see a lot of them in like the friendship and business realm. So if you are considering a project with someone, if you are considering multiple different people for multiple different projects, and you're realizing, okay, there's like a lot of this teamwork and collaboration needed, then it's saying to lean on that this week, to actually lean on the idea that this is happening with community and it's supported. Yeah, you're never alone. There could also be some like new interests, and it's kind of like there could be some like new strangers catching your eye. It feels very, very early stages of like a budding romance this week. Also, there's koi fish, which says there is always enough. So again, there was a lot to do with this, the mindset of manifestation, miracles, how you achieve things. Miracles and manifestation, not always my favorite topics because I find them to be really overdone in the spiritual world, and it's important that we have a variety of other focuses and qualities. But it's a really popular one because a lot of people, want to achieve and get more out of their life. And so miracles and manifestation is like things happening beyond their beliefs, but I like to focus on within beliefs. And a lot of people who do manifestation practices now, they think the same way. But yeah, anyways, we can talk miracles and manifestation, in the soul circle after chat, post YouTube time. We have practice compassion, which says see things from a fresh perspective, which is basically what I've been saying. And then you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Yeah. So really like releasing these guards that you have on even how you talk to yourself about what it is you want or what it is you dream of. Setting up timelines when you're not the boss, seeing yourself as not quite fully capable, these types of things, they're not going to help you. So believing that you actually don't have limitations, you can do the highest version, the most ideal, most optimal version of your dream and work with that energy and hold that energy. That's actually like you totally can do that. And then practicing compassion, this seeing things from a perspective of what if this was easier and softer and kinder and gentler on me and it all worked out well and I was, emotionally fulfilled by, filling all these blanks in of this ideal reality. If you do want to do some one-to-one work, I am offering, sessions. They're more so, I would say, people joining the Empath Energetics group right now, because the next round will be in April. And you get a lot of me in a shorter amount of time. But some people are starting their work now. They're doing like a one-to-one, or they're doing a season of transformation as we lead into this next Empath Energetics round. So very exciting. Empath Energetics is my like pride and joy. And I just really over the moon excited that I already have 6 people in this next round, which is round 6. I'm able and willing to take on a good number more than that, which is really exciting as well, because the way I'm designing it, we're not going to lose that like intimate, connected feel. And yet more people are going to have these transformations that I can see happening in my empath grads. Some of the empath grads are going to join the next round, which is also really great. And I'm offering a scholarship. The scholarship I'm going to draw the winner for, the recipient for, on March 1st. So as long as you get your application form done by then, which I'm seeing those come in too, which is really awesome, then you'll have an opportunity for that. And if not, or if you are someone who is, interested in the program and you just want to chat with me and just want to see whether it's a good fit for you, I welcome you to book a free 15-minute chat. You can find that all in the links below. I think that's everything. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know also in the comments if you're just resonating with this, if you're vibing along with these collective readings, because that's a portion of what I love to do as well, is offer these out to the public. And now I'm going to switch into individual soul circle time. I can't wait. And I'll see you soon, YouTube. I'm not actually sure when, but soon.